Hello, good morning to my dear students. In the previous class or in the previous video, we studied about the distance of closest approach. The distance of closest approach of the alpha particle towards a nucleus is given by R is equal to 2 Ze square by 4 pi epsilon naught into kinetic energy of alpha particle at infinite separation. So, on solving it, R is also equal to Ze square by pi epsilon naught into mv square, where Z is equal to atomic number of the nucleus or atomic number of the target atom. Small e is equal to charge on the electron. Also, it is remembered while solving the problems, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to the value 9 into 10 to the power 9. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 to the power 9. Now in this class, what is meant by impact parameter and what is the formula for it? Impact parameter is very simple. Suppose it is a nucleus. It is a nucleus. And this is the center of the nucleus. This is a straight line passing through the center of the nucleus. Here this is nucleus, center of the nucleus. Again, an alpha particle which is nothing but the helium nucleus, it is approaches towards the stationary nucleus from infinite separation. Suppose this is a charged particle. Let this charged particle is approaching towards the given nucleus from infinite separation. Suppose it is alpha particle, means it is also having a positive charge. Let this positive charged particle is approaching towards the nucleus. Nucleus is also having some positive charge. That's why there is a repulsive force acting on the positive charged particle by the stationary nucleus. Due to this repulsive force, this positive charged helium nucleus or alpha particle may be moving along this direction. So this is the original direction. Angle of deviation produced by the alpha particle is equal to theta. This is due to repulsion created by the nucleus. Okay now. So suppose if the given particle, charged particle, approaches towards the nucleus from infinite separation. That means this is a line which represents the direction of velocity of the particle. Now the perpendicular distance of direction of velocity of the particle from the straight line passing through the center of the nucleus is called as the B, and B is known as the impact parameter. Are you understand? So impact parameter means the perpendicular distance of velocity of the particle from the straight line passing through the center of the nucleus is known as the impact parameter. Right? So this is the definition for impact parameter, and it is represented by B. So from the observations, experimental observations, it is clear that, so see here clearly, as B is very high means this alpha particle may be moving along this direction, the value of B will be increases. As B will be increases, repulsive force acting on the alpha particle by the nucleus will be very small. That means this charged particle cannot deviate its direction. Approximately it passes through the straight line direction. That means as B increases, angle of scattering will be decreases. As B decreases, angle of scattering will be increases. Right? So for large values of B, for large values of impact parameter, the repulsive force experienced by the alpha particle is very less, so that the alpha particles does not deviate almost. The alpha particle maybe moves along the straight line direction for large values of B. Next one, suppose for small values of B, for small values of impact parameters, for small value of B, B will be less. B will be less means the repulsive force acting on the alpha particle will be more. That's why angle of deviation will be increases. So therefore, for small value of impact parameter, the repulsive force is large, and then alpha particles scattered through large angles. Alpha particles scattered through large angles. Next, third one, suppose for directly head-on collision, means if the alpha particle approaching towards the stationary nucleus along this line, this is called as head-on collision. Due to this head-on collision, the alpha particle approaches toward the nucleus up to certain distance and experiences a large repulsive force, so that its direction of motion will be reversed. So that's why for head-on collision, when the alpha particle just aims at the center of the nucleus, so that impact parameter approximately b is equal to 0. In this case, angle of scattering is found to be theta is equal to 180 degrees. Okay na? So next one, what is the relation between impact parameter and also scattering angle? Here, the relation between impact parameter and scattering angle theta. Impact parameter b and scattering angle theta. The relation between impact parameter and scattering angle is given by impact parameter b is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square into cot theta by 2 by capital E, where capital E is equal to kinetic energy of the alpha particle at infinite distance. That means E is equal to half mv square, or B is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square into cot theta by 2 by half mv square. So this is the formula for relation between impact parameter and also scattering angle. B is equal to, sometimes in some situations 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught time is represented by K. So B is equal to K into ZE square into cot theta by 2 by half mv square. Here what is Z? Z is equal to atomic number of the target nucleus. Small e is equal to charge on the magnitude of charge on the electron. Theta is equal to angle of scattering, and half mv square is equal to kinetic energy of the alpha particle at infinite distance. So this is the relation between scattering angle and impact parameter, and the derivation for this relation is no need for us. Only please remember this formula. What is the value of B? B is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square into cot theta by 2 by E. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square cot theta by 2 by half mv square. Remember this formula. Next also, there is another formula. Suppose in case of alpha ray scattering, for alpha ray scattering, say here, this is the nucleus, it is the center of the nucleus. Number of alpha particles are striking on the nucleus, and this is the direct approach. Different particles will be scattered in different directions. Only a few number of particles will be scattered at an angle 180 degrees. Okay na? But experimentally it is proved that how many number of alpha particles are scattered at an angle theta is given by, suppose here angle of scattering for the given particle is equal to theta. How many number of alpha particles are scattered at this particular angle? Now the given relation is n theta is equal to, it is small n into t into pi b square. Small n into t into pi b square, or small n into t into pi into b is replaced by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. B is called as this impact parameter. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZE square into cot theta by 2 by capital E. Capital E is equal to kinetic energy of alpha particle total whole square. So after solving this equation, we can get the final formula is capital Ni into small n into t into z square e power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught whole square into r square into e square into sin power 4 theta by 2. Sin power 4 theta by 2. This is the formula for number of alpha particles scattered at an angle theta. This is one very important relation, and also the derivation for this formula is also no need for us. Keep in memory what is the value of n. N is equal to Ni into small n into t into z square e power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught whole square into r square into e square into sin power 4 theta by 2. Here one by one I will explain each and every term. So what is the value of capital Ni? Ni is equal to total number of alpha particles striking the total number of alpha particles striking the gold foil. Striking the gold foil. And small n is equal to number of atoms per unit volume of the gold foil. R is equal to distance of the screen from the foil. Distance of the screen from the foil. Also T is equal to, small t is equal to thickness of the foil. Thickness of the gold foil or gold film. Z is equal to atomic number of the foil atoms. Atomic number of the foil atoms. Theta is equal to angle of scattering. Angle of scattering. Capital E is equal to kinetic energy of alpha particles. Kinetic energy of alpha particles. So see here, once again I will show the experimental arrangement side by side. This is the experimental arrangement. It is the experimental arrangement. So this is a source of alpha particles like bismuth. The alpha particles coming out from the bismuth, they are made to instant on the lead plate. Lead plate is also having a small hole at the center. After passing through the lead plate or the hole present in the lead plate, alpha particles will become a fine pencil beam. A fine pencil beam of alpha particles once again made to instant on the thin gold film. It is a thin film of gold. So the number of alpha particles striking on the gold foil is represented by Ni. But here Ni is equal to total number of alpha particles striking the gold foil. Also small n be the number of atoms per unit volume of the foil. In this gold or gold foil, number of atoms per unit volume is represented by small n. Next one, small r is equal to distance of the screen from the foil. From this foil, distance of the screen is represented by small r. Small r is equal to distance of the screen from the foil. This is a zinc sulfide screen. Next, T is equal to thickness of the gold film is equal to T. Thickness of the gold film is equal to T. Z is equal to atomic number of the foil atoms. Theta is equal to angle of scattering. And Capital E is equal to kinetic energy of alpha particles. Are you understand? Then what is the formula for number of alpha particles scattered at an angle theta? Number of alpha particles scattered at an angle theta is given by capital N theta is equal to capital Ni into small n into T into Z square e power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught whole square into R square into E square into sin power 4 theta by 2. So just this formula will be repeat in 2 or 3 times by close your eyes, then only it will be in your memory. N is equal to, what is it? Capital N is equal to Ni into small n into T into Z square e power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught whole square into R square into E square into sin power 4 theta by 2. Mainly capital N and theta, what is the relation? Number of alpha particles scattered is proportional to 1 by sin power 4 theta by 2. It is remembered, only this relation will be widely used in the problems. Okay na? Right. Capital N is directly proportional to small t, and capital N is proportional to Z square. Capital N is proportional to 1 by sin power 4 theta by 2. Capital N proportional to 1 by E square. And also capital N ki velocity relation. Capital E means kinetic energy, half mv square. Half mv square whole square means v power 4. So capital N is also proportional to 1 by v power 4, where v is equal to velocity of alpha particles falling on the foil. Falling onto the foil. Are you understand? Then what is the formula for N? N is equal capital Ni into N into T into Z square e power 4 by 8 pi epsilon naught whole square into R square into E square into sin power 4 theta by 2. Right? Next one, there are some problems. There are some problems related to closest approach and also impact parameter. See example 1. Example 1. Find the value of distance of closest approach when a 5.0 mega electron volt proton approaches a gold nucleus. It is a proton. Approaches a gold nucleus having Z is equal to 79. For gold, atomic number Z is equal to 79. Find the value of closest approach. So my dear students, keep in memory, what is it? At infinite distance, the energy of the proton is equal to only in the form of kinetic energy. At closest approach, the total energy is in the form of electrostatic potential energy, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into small e into Ze by R square. Small r. So here, half mv square kinetic energy, that will be in mega electron volts. Completely it will converts into joules and mega means 10 power 6. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Therefore 5 into 10 power 6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 is equal to Z is 79 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 to the power 9 into Z is equal to 79 into E square 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 whole square by small r. Therefore from this relation small r is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 79 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 whole square by 5 into 10 power 6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. On solving it, it is nearly 2.28 into 10 power 14 meters, or this is equal 2.28 into 10 power 14 meters, approximately 2.3 into 10 power minus 14 meters, or in Fermi's, what is the value? 2.3 into 10 power, he did minus 14, minus 15 into 10 meters. that is 23 into 10 power minus 15 meters. 10 power minus 15 meters is equal to 1 Fermi. So therefore, distance of closest approach is equal to 23 Fermis. It is the first problem. Next, the second problem is in Geiger-Masterson experiment. In Geiger-Masterson experiment, find the value of distance of closest approach to the nucleus of a 7.7 MeV alpha particle before it comes momentarily to rest and reverse its direction. The same way, half mv square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into E into ZE by R. Same problem. 7.7 into 10 power 6 into 1 EV is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power 9 into Z is equal. It is given that same gold, the Z is equal to 79 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 whole square by R. So therefore small r is found to be 29.5 into 10 power minus 15 meters or approximately 30 Fermi. Right? Next, example 3. Suppose here it is given the number of alpha particles scattered at an angle 60 degrees is 100 per minute. At an angle theta 1 is equal to 60 degrees. Number of alpha particles scattered is 100 per minute in an alpha particle scattering experiment. Find the number of alpha particles per minute scattered at an angle 90 degrees. So what is the value of N2? Now what is the relation between number of alpha particles scattered and also angle of scattering? You know, N is proportional to 1 by sine power 4 theta by 2. Therefore, N90 by N60 is equal to sine power 4 60 by 2 by sine power 4 90 by 2. N90 by N60 is equal to 100 is equal to sine 60 by 2 30